Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So in this video over here, I'm gonna talk about the major three reasons why you have a chain drop and what would cause your chain to skip. So if you found this video useful and interesting, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button right here so other people can see this video so they can benefit from it. And let's get into this video right now. So I'm gonna explain to you right now the three major issues that I've seen from my cycling experience, why that will cause your chain to drop. And the first one is gonna be very obvious, and I'm gonna start from the front. I'm gonna work this from the front and all the way to the back, because the front and the first issue here is very, very dangerous. So the first one that I would cause your chain would be the front derailleur that wasn't adjusted properly. If you see over here these two screws, so there's one at the bottom, one at the front. This one at the bottom controls how much far derailleur is going to move over. So what ends up happening if you have derailleur at the front that wasn't properly adjusted, it will move out quite too far out forward this way, and what that will do, the chain will move over. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to demonstrate that here, but I'm gonna try to move it outwards. So hopefully the camera actually is not going to catch that, because my derailleur that's adjusted properly is not going to move any further out. And you see I'm already at the end over here, which means that this cage over here is not going to move out any further than what it already does. So when I'm pressing my shifters, this is as far as the cage will move out. Now, similar problem will happen on the inward. So let's try to shift over here. So what I will do, I'm gonna shift on the little cog right here, and that's gonna be, see, beautiful. So I get this chain to move over. Okay, so let's move it. Beautiful. Okay, see. So I can demonstrate what I'm talking about. So, okay, so this is what ends up happening here. I have moved my chain down, and it shouldn't go further than that. Basically, if your front derailleur wasn't adjusted here, what would end up happening? This chain that I just shifted would move right onto the frame here, and it would skip. So just like I've showed you the first time, you want to make sure that you properly adjust the derailleur moving inward and outward by playing with these two screws. Now, if you're not comfortable with this, what I would recommend that you do, I would recommend that you take it to a professional shop, so they could tackle this problem for you, and you could be off the hook, and you have a confident shifting. Because the major problem with this would be that if the chain skips on the inside, so inward or outward, what will end up happening? Guess what? You don't have the power, and this can get you to fall off the bike and injure yourself pretty bad, or get stuck in the traffic where you really need that power to keep spinning and get you out of dangerous situations. Okay, so since I covered the front one, the very similar will be for the back. So let's take the the screwdriver again and show you. So if you look over here, the first one over here, usually there's a first screw adjuster over here, which will have L leather on the bottom over here. The L will mean for the large cog, which is right here. So let's get this to focus. You see what I'm talking about? This screw adjuster over here will control how much your chain can move upward, and this one right beside will control the derailleur, how much your chain can move on the bottom, which is right here. So what ends up happening, this adjuster screw will allow you to keep the chain over here, and that it won't go any further than that. So what ends up happening is that it will prevent the chain from going into the spokes, which will skip on this side. The limiter screw on this side will prevent the chain from going right over here. So this is where it should stop on the last cog, and then the front it should last over here, which won't scratch up the frame, but at the same time it won't wind up into the spokes right here. So like I said, the back derailleur simply works just like the front one. The only difference is I've got the 11-speed at the back and have 2-speed at the front that control the movement of my derailleur going up and down. And that would be the main first reason that would skip the chain, that would cause the chain to skip and drop. Now let's go to the second one over here, which is very important at the same time, and I'm going to show you that. You see that when I have switched on the front small cog, so I'm going to take you over here. You see I'm at the front small, and I'm back over here. I'm pretty low over here. You see what ends up happening? My derailleur, which is right here, derailleur hanger, and this is hopefully the camera can see it. I'm gonna push it right here. Derailleur hanger has to work very, very hard in order to keep my chain straight and tight. And this is caused from the chain crossing. You don't want to be guilty doing the chain crossing, because if you look over here, if you're here at the middle, you shouldn't be going less than this. So let's recap properly. See, I'm on the front, the big cog over here. Sorry, on the front small cog, and when I'm at that speed over here, I should be going in the middle or higher. So let's get this camera to focus over here. What I'm talking about. See, I should be going from the 5th or 6th up to the top to avoid the chain crossing, which will get my chain to stay very loose. So you guys that have looked up the chain crossing, basically that's what ends up happening over here. If you're on the front small gear, you should be from the middle of the cogs, middle of the rear cassette to the top. You shouldn't be going all the way to the bottom, because that's called the chain crossing, and your rear derailleur will have to work very hard in order to keep this chain tight. Now, that's basically for that. Now let's go over one more detail that what I've seen people do, which will make the chain to go down, will be this one. If you look over here, I'm running 11-speed Athena, and at the front over here, I'm running 11-speed Athena. And for my chain, I'm also running 11-speed Athena chain, Campagnolo setup. My advice to you would be, if you're running a Campy system, so Campy drivetrain, you don't want to be running the Shimano chain or using other compatible parts that can be thrown together to work with the SRAM, Shimano, Campy. There's a reason for that, and there's a reason why these drivetrain companies that make the drivetrain, they keep this all one group set. So if they keep this as a Campy 11-speed Athena, they never mismatch components and do that kind of stuff. So it has been proven in the cycling world that the Shimano doesn't work very well with the Campy, and basically you want to keep it that way. And again, like I said, those would be the major 3 reasons why your chain will cause to drop or skip, and you want to tackle this. I hope you found this useful. Like, subscribe, and take care. Bye-bye.